Um, Narcissists, BNs, behavioral narcissists called BNs, have an insatiable need for attention and validation. Weddings, Christmas, or birthday parties are joyous and significant occasions, naturally attracting attention to the couple, the family, or the person celebrating their birthday. However, a narcissist will struggle to try and share the spotlight. They often engage in behaviors that pull attention away from the central reason for the party in the first place. That's assuming that they turn up at all. I had a client a while back who reached a significant birthday and was throwing a rather large party on this significant birthday in his house, which was rather a large house in Yorkshire. And there were relatives down south and spread around the country. But there were one particular, the narcissist of the family was down south. He asked the family narcissist if they would like to come to the party. And because of their age, they went, well, it's long distance and we're not sure we want to come and everything. And all he wanted from them is, yes, we would love to come. He would have arranged transport for them there and back, arranged a hotel stay, taxis hit to and from wherever they wanted to be, and traveling home. All he wanted was to hear them say, we'd like to come. They didn't, so they weren't invited. But assuming that they turn up, they might over-dramatize their own stories, dress a bit ostentatiously, or create situations that lead others to gravitate towards them rather than the celebrant themselves. This desire, I'd rather say need, to be the center of attention can be particularly disruptive as the event's focus shifts away from the intended purpose. If you've not experienced this, firstly, you're very lucky. Secondly, be aware that this can be building up long before the day of the event. Part of a particular family may be unaware of the narcissistic behavior of one particular member, and the only person that will be aware of it is the one that they are in intimate relationship with. They could declare they won't attend, and they'll even give a reason, but hidden in the outburst is the desire to be the center of attention. They want to attend, really, but on their terms, and to be the center of attention. Remember the story I've just told you about this client of mine some time back. Okay, number 2, they lack empathy. They find group enjoyment impossible to understand. This is the really sad part. They actually don't understand it. They lack empathy, which is the capacity to understand and share the feelings of other people. We'll do it. Sometimes it bleeds into sympathy, but a lot of the time we put ourselves into the story we're hearing from someone else. What would I do at that point? So on family gatherings are actually beyond their comprehension, hence their tendency to appear reluctant or resistant to the majority of people, even to get there. Behavioral narcissists typically lack this part of their personality, which can lead to behavior that is inconsiderate and even hurtful, very often hurtful. During a wedding, their inability to recognize or respect the emotions of others can manifest various ways. You think about it and you could name it. From making insensitive remarks about the couple's choices to ignoring the emotional tone of the event. For example, they may comment on someone's appearance, not in a jokey way, not in a nice way, but in a nasty way. They might comment on people's life choices. They'll do whatever they can to grab the center stage. And if that means the celebratory atmosphere suddenly becomes uncomfortable for the other guests, then so be it. This can get even more significant, of course, if the BN has an issue with alcohol, which, as we know, lowers social inhibitions. Just imagine what can happen then. Number 3, conflict creation. Narcissists thrive on divide and rule. So they prosper on chaos, and we are constantly working, I say we, my clients and I, constantly working on the way they get the power and feel empowered to create the conflict. A wedding where families come together can be a ripe environment for stirring up drama. A behavioural narcissist might instigate arguments, bring up contentious issues, or make provocative statements, that provoke disagreements among the guests. This behaviour not only creates tension, but can also overshadow the joyous part of the celebration, leading to a divisive atmosphere that detracts from the couple's big day. Number 4, jealousy, competition. Narcissists mostly see relationships and achievements in a competitive light. So I say that bit again. Narcissists mostly see relationships and their achievements in a competitive light. They may also feel jealous of other people's happiness, especially when the focus is not on them. During a wedding, they might react negatively to a couple's joy, viewing it as a threat to their own self-worth. Because their personality is so socially constructed and not internally constructed, they see other people's joy and enjoyment as an attack on them. Now, this may prompt them to undermine celebrations through passive-aggressive remarks and dismissive comments or about anything going on around them. This will be their continuous attempt to pull attention back onto themselves from the point of the celebration, and frankly, it might end up making other guests try to avoid them. This is the most damaging weapon coming next, and that's what I call it the hand grenade effect. Excuse me. They do want to do damage with the surroundings, so they throw out a little verbal hand grenade. But what they want even more is the response, because when people respond to that hand grenade, they are there waiting to pick them off. They will attack the response viciously, so you, the victim, are damaged by the grenade, and then whilst you're vulnerable in your response, that you are struck again. This is the chaos they create. This is the off-balance attitude that they look for in what they see as an opponent. It's about control issues. The behavioural narcissist needs to control their environment and the people in it. At a wedding, they may attempt to dictate aspects of the event, from seating arrangements to music choices. Their resistance to compromise can lead to tension and conflict. It can lead to tension and conflict with planners, family members, contributing to a more stressful atmosphere. This is what they thrive on. For instance, a narcissist might refuse to sit at a designated table or demand that the couple change something else significant to their special day. Number 6, a hallmark of narcissism is an intense focus on their own needs and desires. This self-centered behavior means that a narcissist may constantly draw conversations back to themselves, regardless of the contents. This dynamic can be particularly alienating for guests who are there to celebrate, as they might likely feel trapped in their presence. Have you ever been to a big do, a big family occasion, or even not family occasion, a big do that somebody there, once they start a conversation, they find it very difficult to get away, or you've gone to rescue someone you can see is suffering under the presence of some sort of narcissistic outburst? Story. They disregard traditions. They want Christmas their way. Compromise is out of the question, and not getting their own way will be an excuse for another hand grenade. Such behavior will damage the proceedings and hurt family members. And there is so much tradition around a family Christmas, so much rich pickings for the behavioral narcissist in the family. Narcissists, generally speaking, are skilled manipulators who will create divisions among group members. For instance, They may share inappropriate secrets or personal grievances under the guise of trying to be honest. This social manipulation can leave lasting damage on family relationships, and they will walk away unscathed. One of their strongest points, one of their strongest weapons is the victim mentality. If challenged, a behavioural narcissist, seeing this current battle lost, will instantly adopt a victim mentality, believing they are constantly wronged and underappreciated. During a family Christmas gathering, for example, if they feel overlooked or don't receive the attention they think they deserve, they may loudly express their grievances to evoke sympathy and shift the focus back on themselves. For instance, for example, they could make comments like, "Nobody cares about my struggles," which would compel attendees to redirect their attention to them. Alternatively, the power of alcohol may well loosen their tongue too much. This self-victimization not only creates an unfortunate atmosphere, but will also upset the other guests. Their expectations are of special treatment because they feel special all the time. It's part of their personality to believe they deserve that special treatment due to their often overinflated self-image. At Christmas, they will expect others to cater to their whims, such as selecting their meal, arranging seating based on their personal preferences. When these expectations are not met, they are likely to react negatively, potentially leading to confrontations or petulant behavior that disrupts the festivities. They wipe the smile off the rest of everybody else's faces. This demand for preferential treatment can alienate family members who may find it challenging to navigate the BN's demands while trying to celebrate at the same time. Chances are they will be more or even over tolerant as it's Christmas, just to get through the day. In conclusion, family gatherings primarily are generally meant to be joyous celebrations. Celebrations of love and commitment, surrounded by family and friends. However, the presence of a narcissist can turn these special occasions into emotionally charged and chaotic environments. Remember the divide and rule. Remember the chaos creation. Their attention-seeking behavior, their lack of empathy, the keenness, propensity for conflict, and self-centeredness can overshadow any day. Addressing the potential disruption caused by a narcissist in the family gatherings can be so challenging. Still, all is not lost. With a proactive approach, their efforts to undermine the organization of the day, to draw the attention back onto themselves, can be mitigated. The third Christmas podcast is about a few ideas and about how to get this done, how to mitigate. So hopefully I'll see you in podcast number 3, which is coming up next.